在今天礼拜三的晚上来到和平篮球馆，在这边要来提醒所有的朋友们，在待会即将要来关闭我们球场的场灯会变得比较昏暗，建议大家赶紧找到自己的位置上来就坐。另外要特别提醒带着小朋友前来支持的家长们，也要记得在待会比较昏暗的同时，要注意小朋友移动的脚步。再来跟大家分享，在2楼有许多的美食摊位，也欢迎大家去选购好吃的餐点，吃饱之后才有力气来为勇士来加油。以及提醒大家，也可以把握时间到2楼商品部来选购哦。最后，如果你今天有任何不舒服的，建议在非用餐期间还是戴上口罩比较好。谢谢大家。
请双方选手停止赛前练习。Please stop warming up. Thank you. 请场上选手停止赛前练习，谢谢。
熟悉的音乐响起，代表着勇士主场赛前的活动即将正式展开。欢迎今天来到现场的朋友们，也邀请大家拿起发放给各位的折扇，一起跟上音乐的节拍，拍手。
乖，集合，比赛要开始哦。
手机、平板收起来，先来看我们秀一波。
所有喜欢台湾篮球、支持勇士的朋友，大家晚安，大家好！欢迎大家在今天1月的最后一天，一起来到和平篮球馆，回到我们温暖的勇士主场，一起来欣赏今天的比赛。而本周呢，我们很开心可以再一次的邀请到我们非常支持我们的浪 Live 直播，一起来携手推出本周热浪天使的主题周。也非常感谢大家从我们发布这个主题的时候就深受大家的喜欢，也邀请到这么多人一起来进场支持。再次提醒大家，我身上这个气球呢，正是我们也最新联名推出跟我们 Reka 所推出的，相信大家今天有闯关成功都有拿到，也提醒各位6日再来还有机会拿到不同的款式哦，也希望大家可以多多进场。先给今天在平日小周末礼拜3晚上进场的自己掌声鼓励好吗？ 谢谢大家，也看到你们很早就来准时进场。也除了跟大家分享我们有丰富的进场赠品，每一天都不一样之外，也有闯关赠品也都不一样之外，在2楼我们商品部也推出了，因为大家也知道下礼拜农历新年就要来了，希望各位可以把握时间到2楼来选购一下。我们也推出了不一样的新春系列商品，等待各位去选购，让我们勇士陪你过新年。而说到本周热浪天使，相信除了大家看到视觉上我们的诚意满满，而且只能说是真香。大家要跟大家分享的是，我们真香也是在贴图上面已经正式上架了。我们勇士最新贴图，勇士的斗嘴日常，也欢迎大家到我们赖贴图扫部来去搜寻，就可以跟朋友分享这一档主题日真香。给自己一点掌声好吗？谢谢大家。最后，待会的掌声一定要比现在更大声，因为今天我们邀请到了你绝对没看过的组合，就在和平篮球馆，就在勇士场带来盛大演出。先来为各位介绍今天的特别嘉宾，要来跟我们 Angels 一起来带给大家精彩的联合演出。首先，我们为各位介绍邀请到的是浪 Life 电报女，来点掌声。还有，你绝对想不到的，除了场上有精彩对决，连场边都有精彩对决，包含来自客队我们的 Formosa Sexy， 掌声。接下来就用我们最热情的掌声，一起来欢迎我们主队的富邦 Angel。是的，拿起了折扇，让我们一起欢迎我们今晚热浪天使的开场演出，掌声欢迎！
Real hot girl shit. Okay, the hate turned me to a monster, so I guess I'm evil now. I woke up and I blacked out everything so I can see it now. I'm on that demon time, it's only right I cop the Hellcat. They always hit me where it hurt, but this time I felt that. Why I gotta prove myself to bitches that I'm better than? As if I wasn't at radio stations going super saiyan. As if this fucking body isn't everything they buying. And as if a nigga didn't shoot me and they picking sides. I'm about to go crazy. I ain't pulling up, less them hoes finna pay. Less the bitch on the shit, and I ain't gotta prove it. Finna go dumb since these hoes think I'm stupid. I'm about to go crazy, 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 crazy. I'm about to go crazy, 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 crazy. I'm about to go.
Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Like a runway. Like a runway. The struggle crying, the payments cannot run it. No rent top hits me up and down. Got me off the ground. I'm stacking up the bank sons. The bank sons. I'm stacking up the bank sons. The bank sons. Painted face, quick, sleight of hand, magic tricks. Lose it, then let you, then lick it with my carrot stick. I know that I'm legit. Yeah, I know that I'm legit. Dab it, dip it, pat it, click it, dab it, dip it, pat it, click it, dab it, dip it, pat it, click it. I wanna fist the out of you. You better work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Like a runway. Tight.
We got London on the track.
A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type.
That's my type, nigga, that's my type.
8-inch bagel, that's the pipe.
That bitch, I'ma ride it dick all night.
A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type.
That's my type, nigga, that's my type.
8-inch bagel, that's the pipe. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. Wrist, new whip, right around dips. I can see why all these basic hoes get.
I like a BBC and some BBC. That's the type of shit that make a bitch DTD. That's drop them draws, I'ma lock them jaws. You ain't never had a bitch from Slauson. Yeah, I like the type to eat the pussy till I levitate. I'm the type to make them beat it up and meditate. I don't really got type, don't discriminate. I just need good dick. Ayy.
Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip. Privacy on the door, I'ma make the shit rip.
拍手，欢迎3队一起共同演出。 掌声送给我们 Long Life 电棒女 Formosa Success 以及我们富邦 Angels。谢谢我们3队啦啦队一起携手带来这么精彩而且绝对没有看过的演出，谢谢3队，谢谢。好的，在欣赏完精彩的演出之后呢，我们要先邀请到我们所有的球迷朋友，待会准备一起来将我们的目光来看向大荧幕，在这边我们要来跟大家再次回顾在上周六的主场的比赛。大家可以知道我们的 Mike 辛特利在比赛的过程中都因为知道他因伤来退场，那也非常感谢大家对他的支持以及替他担心。今天我们也邀请到 Mike 在透过影片有一些话想对支持他的大家来跟大家分享，请大家一起将目光来看向大荧幕。
心情蛮沉重，
对，蛮难过的。
就因为他是很富邦最重要的球员，对，然后就很当下是希望说他没有什么大碍这样。
觉得很紧张，很为他担心，
很害怕，对，因为那个伤看起来很严重。
毕竟他3年来，然后其实受过的伤当然大大小小，但是就是在这个时段就起伏不定的时候，我们真的不能再伤任何一个人。
对啊，因为大家都是为了抢那颗球，所以也不怪他，就大家都是为了比赛。但就希望麦克可以赶快身体好起来这样。
就当然是很难过啊。然后当他被抬下场的时候就偷流2滴眼泪。
我觉得因为要休息很长的时间，然后他最近身手刚回来，觉得他不要急，慢慢的康复，那我们会继续为他加油。
平常他会在休息室或是练球的时候，他都是掌声最大声，然后就算他在比赛的场下，他也是喊得最大声的那一个。
他就是算是我们球队中老大哥吧，然后也很有领袖气质。
很难过，也蛮伤，就是球队的。可是今天大家就是还是要把比赛打好，
把他的这一份，不管是得分还是带领整个团队，弥补他不在的这段时间。
Mike， 希望你可以赶快好起来，然后回来一起跟大家一起奋斗，然后一起顺利拿下4连霸。
我希望他可以赶快复健，然后赶快回到球场。然后我们会等他回来，就算到下个赛季，我们一样也会等着他。
希望你好好休养，然后我们富邦一定可以把战绩稳住，然后等你季后赛回来，因为到季后赛我们最需要你的时候，你在才有机会拿到最后的冠军。
麦克加油，我们在季后赛等你回来。
麦克加油，早日康复，我们等你哦。
Hey Mike，come back soon。
希望麦克赶快好起来，然后可以早点回到球场上。对，Gabriel Wilson。
Hey Fubon fans, first off, I just want to thank you guys for your love, for your prayers and your thoughts and your messages. I want to tell you guys that I'm doing great, doing fine, and I will see you guys soon. Cheer us on tonight, and let's go Fubon.
勇士们也会继续带着他的精神，为我们的勇士来加油。
现在为各位介绍双方球员登录名单。首先介绍客队福尔摩沙梦想家球员名单：球衣背号3号吴家俊，背号7号林耀宗，背号10号丁冠浩。背号18号杨胜业，背号21号简浩，那么23 23号钱肯尼，背号30号吴松卫，那么42 42号布伊德，球衣背号88号周伯成。而你介绍福尔摩沙梦想家先发5人，那么5号麦卡洛，那么11 11号林俊吉。那么24 24号辛沃克，那么28 28号卢冠良，那么34 34号吉尔贝克。福尔摩沙梦想家总教练皮尔曼，助理教练赖柏林、陈世念，体能教练蔡明达，数据影像分析师谢一谦，防护员侯耀清，球队管理王玉志， 董事长田磊，总经理韩俊凯。球迷朋友们，全新的赛季只有我们能挑战4连霸。身为团队里的一份子，为了支持呐喊的球迷们，目标把荣耀留在台北这座城市。勇士将坚持面对挑战，努力突破自己的极限。今年也将再次缔造属于我们的勇士王朝。
在这主场上，有我们的年华飞扬，遗憾的瞬间都铸就了不凡的传奇。比赛背后是世代相传的信念。决胜时刻，我们是队友，是家人。我们将传递荣耀，并肩前行。你们的眼中闪烁着未来的星辰，而我们将在宇宙中永恒。
你以为哦，不吼了。
I can't lose, I won't lose. You may wanna, you can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' save yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. Save yourself, I think it's best you run away. I won't let you finish. You came for me, you played yourself. You scream for help, it's a shame that nobody will.
For the win！ 台北富邦勇士的球迷朋友们，准备好了吗？让我听到你们的尖叫声！现在介绍第一组队台北富邦勇士球员登录名单。首先欢迎勇士吉祥物比尔。球员进场，背号0号后卫3线一哥，南洋小跑车赖廷2。球衣背号1号前锋，勇往直前，不屈不挠，战力浮现，陈范博岳。球衣背号10号前锋 ，Number 10， 来自法国浪漫射手 Steve 张文平。球衣背号11号后卫，3分冷箭，锋芒内敛 ，KJ 洪凯杰。球衣背号12号小前锋，勇士队精神领袖，永远的人气王，野兽吕志杰。球衣背号15号本土中锋，禁区魔兽 Jimmy 谢宗荣。球衣背号21号中锋 ，Number 21酷帅。
And youth, pack up your briefcases, call yourself a cab, and head out from work because it's Wednesday night and we have Plus League basketball, the Formosa Dreamers against the Taipei Fubon Braves from Hoping Gymnasium off of Shanghai Road. We're coming in right as the Braves are finishing their player introduction. Short, Michael Singletary, and a number of other players. How will the Braves fare? And the Dreamers trying to end a losing streak.
敢拼敢打，破茧而出 ，TJ 简廷照。 球衣背号5号会飞的中锋 Highlight 制造机 ，Number 5 CJ Chris Johnson 强森。背号14号小前锋奇妙老爹本土洋将队长蔡文成。台北富邦勇士篮球队总教练 Head Coach 许俊哲，助理教练吴永仁、江志正、林伟浩、魏维，体能教练郑维轩。
It's the first Plus League regular season scheduled Wednesday night game. In the second season, there was a Braves-Kings game, game number 90, that was postponed to Wednesday night on account of COVID infections. As the Plus League continues with a pretty lengthy schedule, weeknight games will have to be a thing. So thankful to all the fans who've come out. On the final game day of Week 12 and the final day of January 2024. Here are the current standings. The Kings retake the top spot, currently playing in a East Asia Super League regular season game in Seoul. Dreamers were the #1 team for 5 weeks prior, but then going on their losing streak. The Braves have leapfrogged the Pilots and Lioneers thanks to 2 wins over the weekend, and the Steelers claimed their first victory at home this season on Saturday, but are still far from the playoff pictures. This is a new combination. Julian Lin Zilong and Mark Tiongke broadcasting together, taking care of you guys on the Mandarin broadcast. 球迷朋友们要听志龙哥跟奎哥的讲评，当然就按照中文的转播连接。谢谢你看我们的英文转播，不管怎么样 ，Plus League 的转播都要按赞。First note on the game has to be that the last time these two teams played was on Saturday night. Dreamers, as mentioned, trying to end a 3-game losing streak prior after winning 10 straight in a row. On the other hand, the Braves were fresh off a miserable loss to the Lioneers where they had a 26-point lead. It was their 3rd loss in 4 games.
恭喜恭喜！新的农历年要到啦，先祝大家新年快乐，恭喜发财，红包记得拿来了。今天邀请到东东跟丹丹来到我们勇士主场，你没看错，就是现在你在看电视或看影片、看直播的同时，我们人已经在勇士的主场。今天几月几号？1月的最后一天，明天几月几号？2月的第一天，是不是非常简单？那后天呢？2月的第2天。以上都是废话，谢谢你聆听这一段废话。要跟大家分享什么？从现在开始，你只要来到我们勇士主场啊，参加我们的闯关活动，就可以获得我们手上的哦。你看，今天是我们东东手中这一款是我们比尔过新年春节款，这次特别跟我们的 Rayca 所推出的联名气球，想要吗？想要就来勇士主场来闯关拿好礼。再来，丹丹秀给大家看一下，这一款是我们2月3号一样，礼拜六、礼拜天，同样是我们热浪天使主题周。想要得到丹丹手中这一款浪 Life 直播的款式，记得礼拜六要来咯。再来，我跟比尔身上。各位勇士的伙伴们，你不可以没有的，就是成为我们的勇士伙伴，一定要有一颗应援气球啊！一样 ，Rayca 的我们勇士款式就在礼拜天，2月3号是礼拜几？礼拜天，记得来闯关就可以获得我们的气球。跟你们说，数量有限哦，早点进场哦。再来，往后退，先生往后退一下，往后退一下。右手边有东东，左手边有丹丹。右手边有假东东，左手边也有假丹丹，这是怎么一回事？比尔，这是怎么了？你跟你一样是假的，是不是？跟大家说一下，哎呦喂啊，生气了。大家不要跟他一样，我们跟他说要爱惜哦，因为在我们右手边、左手边还有一阵容的我们的热浪天使这些立牌啊，想要吗？这一次我们特别换上最有诚意、最香的服装来了，各位，我们的骑士们不要错过喽！记得早点进场。我们包含在今天2月3号，还有2月4号赛前都有拍卖会等你来，不要想那么多，赶快带这些动爱心一起来现场支持热浪天使。
I was paying attention. The takeaway basically, next weekend when the Braves are home again on February 3rd and 4th, the special balloons can be won at the games here inside Hoping Gymnasium, home with the Braves. And you can also bid on the cardboard stand-up cutouts of the Fubon Angels. Back onto the basketball side of things, pregame caught up with Aji Ling Junji, starting point guard for the Dreamers, asking him about finishing off the count.
我觉得最明显就是篮板跟失误就很明显的都是有掉下来，然后在4连胜的时候篮板巩固好，然后失误少，然后自己的得分也高，然后我觉得
最重要一点是我们有在尝试小杨将这个阵容，然后在就是失分的时候都比较高，就我们希望可以用在更快的方法，然后找到一个就是利用小杨将的阵容，然后拿到胜利这样。就我们现在也是面临连败嘛，然后就是想要在这3场可能都想要拿下胜利，然后就在上半季就是有好的结束，然后再迎接就是下半季的开始。
Aji sharing that rebounding and turnovers will help them get their points up. Mixing in their small import Devon Marbles, they're still looking for a winning formula and they want to get after their opponents. And facing this losing streak, they want to take these next 3 games with a homestand coming up to head to the Lunar New Year's break on a positive note. The Dreamers are 8-0 when they have the rebounding advantage of 7+. So of course the first thing to note is of course their defense and then grabbing the rebounds. Meanwhile, the Braves have only 4 games in the positive side of their turnover margin. But when their -3 turnovers are greater, only 1 win and 5 losses. Aji, 14 points per game in the losing streak, but his field goal percentage down from 45 down to 34, and assisted turnover also taking a dive from 3-1 down to 1.58. So his effectiveness is still something to be looking out for. On the other side, getting the start of this game, captain number 14, Taiwan, said, with Michael Singletary out and also Beast Lin Zijie taking a scary hit, he might be asked to play more in this one.
其实就是做好准备嘛，然后就是平时可能就是也是多一分准备，因为毕竟年纪比较大，就是希望能继续维持就是高强度的训练，然后就想办法，不要说休息太久，然后可能就是要适应强度，可能又要一阵时间，就希望说在放假别人放假的时候，就可能在自己维持重量或是慢跑，来维持一些基本的强度这样子。其实，在球队来讲，不管伤了谁其实都是不好的，然后其实没有任何一个人想受伤，尤其又是在洋将部分又受伤的情况下，其实每个人的角色可能就会比较责任会比较吃重一点点。然后因为毕竟我们那时候还在处于在下半集团嘛，然后不是战绩不是很好，所以变成说，现在每个人上场的角色跟重要性其实都很重要，然后而不是说，上去一下就下来，而不是就是变成说每个人上去就在想办法帮助球队，然后让球队来赢球，然后以团队来弥补，就可能就是麦克受伤的位置这样子。
Winston sharing that on account of his older age, his more experience, we say on the English broadcast, he needs to put in extra work, never let his body go to rest, keep that competitiveness. Then saying any injury is not good, but because they're not in the top half of the standings, everyone's going to need to play their role and be on point while Michael Singletary is out. Winston last season played 39 out of the 40-plus league regular season games, topping out at 33 minutes played. But in the playoffs, only played about 11 minutes per game in 6 outings. The last time he did have a start was December 16th at home. 38 minutes played, 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. That almost came out of nowhere. The 3 official for tonight is going to be crew chief by the man in the middle, Ye Junhong. For the Dreamer starters, Brandon Gilbeck, Randall Walco's back in action, Chris McCullough, Aji, and Ryan Luguandown. On the Brave side, it will be our first look on the English broadcast of Justin Patton next to Chris Johnson, Winston Taiwan, and the high school teammates of Josh Zhou Guoyu and TJ Jianting Zhao. The last game these two teams played each other, the mentioned Saturday game, was the first Braves home game since December 17th, about 6 weeks ago. And in that time, the Braves went on a 2-4 stumble down from 3rd place down to 5th in the Plus League, the first time in their Plus League history. Braves in their blue and gold jersey set and the Dreamers in white. They'll be attacking the basket on the left of your broadcast screen. The Braves will be heading right as immediately switching everything. Johnson is guarding Achi. Mr. making Luguan down. Take it the long way as Mr. G fires, and that one will get the bounce. Achi, the highest scoring local for the Dreamers at about 14 points per game. Also plays one of the heaviest minutes loads too. Winston put up the pass, but Gilbert got a hand on it. And a bad miss by Tokoyer. Swinging around, Pat, 1 for 5 on the season, only 1 for 6 now from the outside. Turnover, but TJ dribbles it out of bounds. I wonder if the referees might need to fix the clock. So Patton is a 26-year-old from Omaha, Nebraska. Went to Creighton, the same school as Warren Martino. Just came to a contractual agreement on parting ways with the Lioneers as Lu Guanyang flushes a three-pointer from the left side. The last time these two teams played each other, the Dreamers were so sticky that there was actually some backdoor opportunities. Winston layup missed, but they whistle from behind. Ty Winston at the line. This will be an area to look out for, as the last time these two teams played, the Braves made 18 of 24 free throws, with Josh taking the most, 7 for 10, including 2 trips at the end of the game where the Dreamers were trying to play the foul game. But on the Dreamers side, only 10 of 21, leaving 11 points at the line. Gilbeck down screen for Ryan, but TJ stays close. Quick double team. Dangerous pass. Johnson poking it, and it will be out of bounds, though. Only 5 seconds left for the Dreamers' shot clock. Versus the Braves in 4 games, the Dreamers only shoot 53%. The only worst mark is them against the Lioneers in 3 games. 1 second left. Walko with a left-handed attempt as Johnson heaves it down court, but Winston covered up. I don't think Chris McCullough has even got a touch as Johnson off the mark. Just the 1 free throw so far as the Braves sticking with that man-to-man defense. Here's Brisk on the left side. Might have had that one affected by Johnson as Ty Winston knocks Randall Walko out in the dodgeball game. Not literally, just dodgeball. There's Winston as he puts it on the backboard, and it will be goaltending. That's what we're kind of talking about. The Dreamers want to play ball pressure and want to be tight against their man defense, but that time a miscommunication. So the first field goal for the Braves doesn't actually go through the nylons as Achi from the top of the key, another one. The three-point percentage on the season, 33%. Second best on the team. Swinging around as Winston, feet narrow, will miss. Johnson thought about it, but will take it over to the left side. TJ and Patton on the pick and roll. Mid-range coming, it's good. Number 24, Jin King-Sao. Dreamers will hang on. TJ, now in his second year with the Braves, coming out of Jiangxi University. He, amongst a lot of other Braves locals, not a lot of playing time, but also not a ton of consistent scoring. The only guy who's been provided those consistent minutes is Aji rails a third one. This is Lee Junji playing in his 4th season, and the Braves are treating him as a below average shooter out there. Off the backboard, Patton can't make the putback. Dreamers with numbers as Wu Guanliang sides it up, and another one. This time it's the Dreamers starting hot as McCullough avoids the turnover himself. They push it up ahead. Foul on the sideline as I'd imagine Coach Roger is pretty hot about the lack of effort by the Braves, and the Dreamers taking advantage. The pregame was a little bit lengthy, so I didn't get to say the last time the Braves came out firing, jumping out to 30-10 lead just in the first quarter. But it's flipped on its head here. Leading with a jump shot. That's a first. Off the backboard and good. It's a 17-5 lead. Patton trying to take it. There is a whistle. Go to the line for 2 shots. Gonna look. Lee Junji did beat Johnson to the basket in a pretty dramatic one-on-one situation in the second half of the last game. Number 42, Julian Boyd, joined by Doug Creighton out on the floor. Free throw short. This time it's the Braves having some troubles at the line in their home court. 1 for 3. Only the 3rd game play by Justin there. Johnson picking up his teammate. Almost a turnover as Patton saves it to a teammate, but low on time. Avoids Achi. Now Johnson will fire away, and a swish. Very desperately needed basket for the Braves. McCullough's got Winston on him. Going baseline, he's got a step, but a whistle first. Looks like they're going to be baseline out of bounds. More substitutions coming through. And at 4th year with the Braves, Yuri Zaisev will check in for Patton. He plays about 7 or 6 minutes per quarter, at least if according to the last game. He played with the Braves against the Pilots on Sunday. To McCullough, overshoots it. Outstretched arms of Johnson probably played a role there. They go right to him, and Aji got his hand on it. Dangerous pass. So the Dreamers lead currently sitting at 17-8. Not a lot of movement, but it's a Johnson ISO. One-legged fadeaway, hits it. Pretty good start for Chris Johnson, last year's finals MVP. Guanliang and McCullough on a 2-man game, but picked up the dribble. Zaisev jumps out on Aji, trying to find an outlet. There's a skip pass. That works pretty well against the Braves, who collapsed their defense. And Wu Guanliang, a little mid-range jumper. Trouble for the Braves kind of started last game with Wu Guanliang getting hot in the 3rd quarter. Winston going to the spin move, a wild right-handed finger roll. And again, numbers for the Dreamers as there's a late whistle. McCullough running into Zaisev. Trying to hold his position. I'll take another look at that one in a moment. But first, we have our first break in the action as the Braves and Dreamers battle it out on a Wednesday night.
出飞吻，来姊妹带大家一起送飞吻，跟我们Formosa Daisy 的小鸡一起。待会被拍到的朋友也要跟着姊妹一起送出飞吻哦。来喽，两位很好，也可以彼此给彼此一个吻。来喽，换你们喽，一起送出飞吻，非常好，跟着姊妹一起来。好，我们执行长也带着我们好朋友一起来送出飞吻。不要害羞，不要害羞，伯杰不要害羞，董事长一起跟着姊妹送飞吻给大家，谢谢董事长。来喽，我们盼大头。
We like you, so go ahead and like us back on the YouTube stream. It's quite a crowded house today, considering the Braves have also invited 2 squads of cheerleaders from other teams here in Taiwan. So far in the early goings, it's the Dreamers up 19-10, thanks to 5 made 3-pointers between number 11 Lin Junqi and number 28 Ryan Lu Guanliang. Last weekend, Hui or Mark made a nice rebounding catch on a Hashim to beat block shot. It's actually one of the highlights of the weekend for a number of, shall we say, low-scoring affairs in the Plus League. Number 12, Lin Zijie, and number 0, Lai Tian have checked in for the Braves. Meanwhile, the Dreamers have brought on number 23, Kenny Chen. Quick catch and shoot as Aji leaves it short. So Beast will bring it up ahead. He's one of the only Braves getting consistent minutes and consistent scoring at the age of 41 years old. 8.4 points per game, had a very good appearance in the last game as that step back is missed. Lai Tian will track it down and send it up ahead as KJ will line it up, and he'll get the friendly bounce. Giving some life to the home crowd. KJ actually was a DNP in the last game against the Dreamers. He, along with number 13 Li Mengxuan, number 15 Xie Zhongmeng, a double team as Boyd looking for a teammate. Kenny to Briss, hesitating, then fires. No good. Zaitsev catching it far now. 2 feet in the paint as there's a whistle. Julian Boyd, they say, was a little bit too physical down there. In the Plus League this season, you can dress 3 import players and play 2 on the court at all times. So that has definitely changed up how coaches might protect an import or might let him play a little bit more through fouls. Well, Julian Boyd in the last game fouled out, only playing 17.5 minutes. Wide open, Beast pump fakes and starts to drive and kick. A little hold as Zaitsev was cutting. Just like that, the Dreamers now with 4 team fouls, as indicated by the white bars on the scorebook. Braves with 3 on their side. Lai Tian floating it back to Beast as they double him. That one blocked by Boyd, and here come the Dreamers. A little 3-on-3, but Kenny going right at Zijie and missing, but McCullough was close on the follow-up. Braves have their own counter coming along. Good active hands by Boyd. This time it's a steal. McCullough open from the right side as Doug Creighton will fly in for the board. Beast now on him. Spinning baseline, Johnson comes to help, and a foul. Reaching in there. See if it's free throws or if it's a baseline out of bounds. Here you see Patton checking back in. He last played for the Sanxi squad in the CBA. The most recent signing with the Braves on January 12th and made his debut on January 20th, but Singletary out. They're definitely looking for more import reinforcements. The active roster can have 5 imports for all the squads and 4 past the free agent and trade deadline. Also noteworthy, the Braves have elected to swap out Iboka for Brandon Smart in some clever roster maneuver as KJ short with that one. Going right to the basket, but clipping the side of the board and not getting to the intended target. My senior classmate in Doug muttering, it looked like the pass was offline and not so much the defense getting in the way. East on the down screen, provided by Patton, who's trying to rescreen. Not great spacing, but Zaitsev responds. The Braves are playing awfully cold. They do have a pretty tough 6 games and 12-day stretch here at home. Boyd might need to visit the score table for some talcum powder. As KJ, good guess by Hayden, forcing a miss, and it'll be a rebound for the Braves. But I would say good transition defense from the Dreamers. You see Hayden correctly guessing the path and getting to the spots, legal defense. Rotated around, a screen for Beast, who puts on the move. The shot is up and missed as Gilbeck will tap it in. Boyd might want to get some revenge, but a double comes. He's in some trouble. And KJ will be called for the foul. That'll be free throws coming up. Stepping up to the line, Julian Boyd, 18.5 points per game. Second on the team only to Chris McCullough's 20. Between these two teams, plus 108. That's plus minus. And sneakily behind them is actually Lai Ting-un, number 0 for the Braves. He goes 1 for 2. A little bit of pressure as Kenny and Hayden shadow the ball carrier in Lai Ting-un for the zone defense. Zaitsev, one dribble and a left hook in. Zaitsev is probably the most ambidextrous big man in the Plus League with those hooks. Hayden fake and Gilbeck fouled at the rim. Exciting play there as Zaitsev came to challenge. That's kind of the power of Wu Jiajun. Not a great scorer himself, but just knows what spaces to get into and delivering a pretty decent ball. And there you see the forearm to forearm contact. Gilbeck overshoots this one, too strong. This is definitely one key part of the game. Brandon Gilbeck, 51% from the line this season. He's true to that 1 for 2. With 2 minutes left, Dreamers with a 7-point lead. He's guarded by Kenny, slips it back to Zaitsev. He'll fire away from deep and got it. whistle as the Dreamers were bringing it up court. Trying to sort out this confusion. I'm assuming it's a foul on the Braves, but can't always be sure. Here's a kind of a change to a pick and pop, kind of reduce the effectiveness of Gilbeck's shot blocking. So, indeed, the collision between Lai Ting-en and Gilbeck is right now counted as a normal foul. Well, an early stoppage in the game. Get another look at Gilbeck spinning around, but Lai Ting-en putting up an elbow. The referees did call the foul, but of course the Dreamers would like it to be upgraded. Now the referees can look at their own volition to assess foul upgrades. I didn't realize the teams could challenge, so a little bit of a mix-up. But it will be 2 free throws for Brandon Gilbeck. Now I think the Dreamers would want to protect their center and say, maybe even if it is Gilbeck who has to take those 2 free throws, if they get possession as well, they probably don't mind that. This time he makes the first. This time he goes 2 for 2. Gilbeck has only scored in this series in double digits once versus the Braves. Lai Ting-en will drop it in. Back and forth, the Braves have closed the gap to just 4 points. But there's a miscommunication between Boyd and Kenny Chen on the left side. A little bit of nerves if you're on the Dreamer side, having built up a pretty decent lead to start the game. Beast in the pick and roll. He'll try. Good pace. The Dreamers have a cross matchup somewhere. Lai Ting-en guarding Doug as Aji spins into trouble. Deflected pass stolen by Lai Ting-en. We go back to beat as that one is indeed a clean block. KJ fires too late as Beast will track down the rebound. A lot of Braves you can hear trying to argue for a foul as Beast is called for the travel down low. Get another look at Lai Ting-en not using the backboard, and indeed that looks like a clean block. Ball goes in. Technically, that would be for the Braves captain, technically speaking. So under a minute to go. Can the Braves recompose themselves? And here's a whistle. Looks like Lai Ting-en will go to the line. look from the backside. It does look like, at least in terms of the ball not touching the rim, it's clean. But of course, the Braves will then contend that the ball's on a downward trajectory, which would qualify as goaltending. Well, he played well in the last game. Chen Boyan coming in early to this one. He played 19 seconds versus the Dreamers on Saturday. He scored all 14 of his points against the Pilots in the fourth quarter to help close it out. Nice slip pass as Gilbeck is stopped. Leitian can't take care of the dribble as there's a whistle coming from the slot official. I imagine it's a technical foul because the Braves were in the middle of a transition play. Getting a look at the slip. And if it's hands-on basketball, that is a legal defensive play. Jamie Perlman and the Dreamers bench was pretty hot in the last game. And only in the first quarter, already, I presume, a coach's technical. Presumably the last possession with the shot clock off. Zaitsev to Leitingen. As Beast comes over, back to Leitingen. This one is swatted out and 5 seconds left on the clock. There's the good defensive play by Gilbeck, leading the Plus League with 2.5 blocks per game. Already with 2 in this contest. Johnson in, nobody checks him as he misses from close. McCullough with a board. He'll try from 3/4 court and, well, at least hit the backboard. The first quarter is in the books now, but it's getting a little hot in here. The teams will sort themselves out, and we'll see you guys at the start of the second quarter coming up.
拍手，我们来看看大家的默契有没有越来越好。待会要更大声，喊得越大声的区域就有机会获得 Angels 发放的礼物。想要礼物的双手跟上节奏，大声喊出富邦勇士。拍手，准备，再来一次。全场一起来。听听看自己的声音哦，大声喊出来！前面的朋友，统统有，大声来！很好，双手继续拍，请Angels来发放礼物给大家。想要礼物的，高举你的手，拿出你的热情；想要礼物的也可以站起来，让我们Angels发放礼物给你。双手不要停，继续拍。
Currently, Plus League teams going through an injury bug after we literally had kind of a flu bug going around amongst the different teams. In this particular game, Michael Singletary out with an ankle injury, which also includes a broken leg. He'll be out for several weeks just to get out of the cast. They are also short number 3, Zhang Dongxian, or Jet, to a bad ankle sprain. And early in the season, Chris Johnson was dealing with an ankle injury. Slowly getting healthier and healthier, they hope. On the Dreamer side, they welcome back Randall Walko, but number 0, Chen Zhenjie, has been missing in action for a bit. As Johnson knocked down a deep one. And that'll be the Braves' lead for the first time in the game. Achi throws the dribble ahead, and it's eventually going to go out of bounds. Didn't want to get ahead of myself there and call it a turnover. Here's Randall Walko. Taking parts of 1.5 seasons out to a leg injury. Dreamers are happy to have him back. Achi high pass to McCullough as 2 go at him. Somebody's open somewhere. The Braves get a good defensive possession. Our first 24-second shot clock violation of the evening, as Beast and Johnson are in a 2-man game. They pass it out. Again, a miss and a tip out by Johnson. Gilbeck defending him on the block as help comes. A running hook will get the bounce. There you see the offensive rebounds. 9 for the Braves as Gilbeck tries to play tough, but misses the mark. Cross matched up as McCullough will switch. Lai Tian open for the 3. And a bad tip as the Braves get another chance. Beast with a step back. Here it comes. No. He's pulling out all kinds of shots over the past weekend for the Braves. Aji hesitates. Back to Luke Wan now. An easy swish for number 28. Wide open. So far been a perfect 4 for 4 on the game. There it is, 11 points. The top 2 scorers for the Dreamers, both their local guards. Beast to Tim Fen. A nice negative step, but a off the side of the backboard. As Walko's got a transition opportunity. They collect his own rebound, a little 3-on-5 as Beast will fire away. That time it's good. He connects from the left side where he's slightly better shooter according to the splits. Ryan finding McCullough as he slams it with the right hand. Fan spinning as Lai Tian lost his footing. Awkward slip there. Now Dreamers with numbers as McCullough will just lay it in. The Dreamers are back up on top as Lai Tian is still prone on the floor. Kind of worry that a slip like that, a lot of different parts might go off. Hopefully he'll be all right as we'll go to our break here in the second quarter. Dreamers back up on top, 31-30, back after this. So facing some injury woes. There you see Lai Ting, a turned ankle there on the drive opportunity. That's what led the basketball to go so far astray. He's had ankle turns in the past where that's kept him out. But Lai Ting, especially since the absence from the trade of Joseph Lin to the Kings and Jet being out, he's one of their most important veteran guards out there. The Braves can ill afford to not have him for a long period of time. Only averaging 3.6 points per game, but again, sneakily one of the highest plus-minus players in the league. In fact, he's going to be 3rd overall. So after McCullough's fast break layup, let's see what Coach Roger and the staff drew up. Johnson, elbow extend as Lai Ting had a chance, but Boyd will spoil that opportunity. McCullough and Boyd chasing each other around for a couple of down screens. Kennedy handling. McCullough will fire away. That one's good. McCullough, 8 points on the evening, averaging only 29% from beyond the arc. Skip past to Chen Fan, whose one dribble pull-up is off the mark. Achi's hook pass to McCullough. Can he make it 2? Yes! And just like that, Dreamers now open up to a 7-point lead. Boyd staying tough as Zaitsev finds a little space. Right-handed hook is good. A whistle as Achi pop free. I think it's going to be on Johnson. Get another look at what Boyd is talking about. Trying to argue the elbow cleared him out, but I think it looks like, for the most part, a legal, normal basketball move. But of course, that's what the offense will do, try to disguise some of these normal moves, but it creates physical advantages. Wade coming over for the screen, now going to the basket as they get a switch. McCullough, Boyd on the same side as Guanyang, running low on time, will put it up. Zokoye will come down with the board. With the national team games coming up in the month of February, you kind of wonder who will be called upon, as Patton will miss with the right hand. Josh did play on the squad last in the past. Floated pass, Boyd collecting and missing the close one. He'll bounce it out of bounds, blowing that opportunity. KJ coming down there to help on defense. The pass maybe could have used a little bit more velocity. But in any case, a good stop for the Braves, having one of your local wings stop an opponent's big. Pass back to Chen Fan. He'll get an open look. And rebound, stepping with the left side, and he'll overshoot the layup. Having a bad game here as Zokoye with a steal. 3-on-3 touch pass, and Chen Fan fouled from behind. Now the Dreamers enduring a tough stretch. There you see the pass. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but a deflection by the Braves, and over here, I'll send Chen Fan Boy into the line. He's also out of Jinshin University. Chen Fan, the 2nd overall pick in last year's draft. This year averaging 4.5 points. Needs to get that free throw shooting up though, only on 6 attempts coming into tonight. And does so. Played a lot of power forward and even center in college. That squad played all 5 out and sent a lot of those guys to the pros. But now in a pro system, he's got to move over to the small forward position. And with any big from college, defense is always the #1 question in Taiwan college to pro basketball. McCullough found a crease, but a loose ball as he passes it to KJ's hands. Another stop, another chance to run as Tsai Won-sun to Josh, to Zaisev. A foul call down low. Probably thought Zaisev should have had it, but that's going to be trouble for the Dreamers as 2 fouls on the quarter for Boyd. There's McCullough trapped in the corner and good anticipation, and yeah, that's coming to the spot a beat too late. Zaisev, though, he'll miss 2. And Boyd's still out there, along with McCullough. A longer rotation for them this timeout. Ball gets on the floor. McCullough looks like he took a shot. Numbers for the Braves as Josh from the elbow short. The Dreamers have a man ahead. Number 5, this time just roll it on in. And again, the Braves are not taking advantage of all their fast breaks. TJ from way downtown. Kenny stopped by Josh as they rotated out. Hayden left open. He'll try from the left side. No. And what did Oopsie do as Zaisev can't secure the rebound. Looking at the foul count on the game, Boyd has 3 personal. On the Brave side, only Johnson has 2 personal. Deflection by Winston as Ukwan is looking to check into the game. The Braves, as mentioned, currently 6 home games in 12 days, which includes this Wednesday game and next week on February 7th, before the Lunar New Year's break, East Asia Super League game. Doug Creighton on the catch and shoot. He hits the back iron. Josh and Zaisev working together as there's a holding foul. Only the 4th between these 2 teams. I mean, you talk about tough stretches because of the funky schedule making this year. The Braves had a tough December, 6+ league games, 2 road East Asia Super League games, but I don't think anyone takes the top crown besides the Kings. 5+ league games in January and 4 East Asia Super League games, which includes 3 on the road. DJ, awkward angle on that push shot. Ryan and Gilbert working together and a holding foul. Winston not letting Gilbert get into an advantageous position. The Steelers don't have international competition, but they had 10 games in December. The most of any plus league team, 4 home, 4 away, 4 home, and they lost them all. Meanwhile, the Pilots marched. They have 9 games, 6 at home, 3 on the road, including a Tuesday nighter in Kaohsiung. Timeout on the floor with 4 minutes remaining. One key in this head-to-head for sure is the scoring and defense. Of course, Braves, when they're scoring below 90 points, are 0-6. But funny enough, the Dreamers, their opponents are 0-9 when held to 21 points or less. So that side of the basketball is, at least statistically, very obvious indicators. Jamie Perlman coming to Taiwan for the first time, coaching up these Dreamers. As said, they did get off to a winning streak of 10 consecutive wins in the season after an opening day loss. And that matches the Plus League record. Fallen into a little bit of rough times recently, but it's a long season with 40 regular season games and only 5 opponents. Everybody figures everybody else out. So it's about how you make adjustments, how you counter. With Gilbeck curling around as the eventual target of Hayden pops free. Hayden and Doug working on the side as not great spacing. Now Lu Guanliang had that one stripped, and it will stay with the Dreamers, but only 3.7 left on the clock. Josh will go off for KJ. Elevator play, Lu Guanliang switched onto, and right away Doug is free. That's no good as Boyd will fly in. Immediately Hayden and Gilbeck ball screen. Deep positioning, but the hands slip. Little 3-on-2 as TJ can't find a crease. And another missed layup in transition, another missed opportunity. The other side, Doug short again as crashing in there. Not sure who the foul is on, but there's a big collision where at least 3 players hit the hardwood. So good the referee's whistle, but they got to sort this out. Here you see Johnson was up, and then kind of hard to see because I'm sure the Dreamers will contend Zaisev pushed Gilbeck in the side. And it looks like it will be on the Ukrainian big. That's a few times now that the Braves have tried to be very physical with Gilbeck and called for a foul, as there's an offensive foul. This one's gonna hurt because it looks like it's Julian Boyd with his 4th personal. And a look at this, a great look as you see TJ try to switch sides, going around the screen. And while Boyd is making the argument that he slipped because of the wet floor, that's not really a legitimate excuse when it comes to the referee's whistle. So that's a bit of tough luck for him and the Dreamers. Both teams, if you heard on the PA, given a delay of game warning. Winston on the back screen will come back for the basketball. He'll let it fly. That's no good as Patton, fresh in the game, tips it back in. listed at 211 centimeters, or about 6'11". Ryan free again, and he's been money from the outside. 14 points on the night, 5 of 6 shooting. TJ back to Winston, he fades away, that's short, as Doug slips it ahead. Not the greatest ball handler in Fubon now, as McCullough, no angle but a whistle. Probably said they got pushed while taking his steps. So the Braves have definitely failed in that department. There you see McCullough taking the bump. As Gilbeck was clearing out some space for his teammate. Now letting home the first one. McCullough's point total now at 14. So far in the head-to-head between these two teams, the streakiness and inconsistencies have been an interesting factor. The Braves locals actually score consistent 47 to 51 points in the series. Meanwhile, the Dreamers have had as low as 31 points in the previous game in Taichung and 61 points on Saturday. Another timeout on the floor. So the hero so far in the ball game, number 28, Lu Guanliang, in its 10th start of the season. It's going good. This year he's actually evened up his bench versus starting splits, but he's making a great case for getting a lot more starts in this stretch. The 31-year-old from the central part of Taiwan last year had to make a big adjustment coming over from the SPL to the Dreamers, where he averaged 9 points as a starter, 3.6 as a bench player. And quickly, our colleagues at Momo have put together this graphic where Aji and Lu Guanliang combining for 25 points on very efficient 9 of 12 shooting. Now, Lu Guanliang did start off last season 7 games off the bench, only 3 for 21 shooting, and became an important part of the Dreamers rotation. And every coach will say, even if he doesn't bring the offense and the scoring punch, he does things and get in the right position to help the team win. Out of the timeout, a rifled pass will go out of bounds. So much for that timeout play called. Let's see if the Dreamers can really make it hurt. Back to Doug, flipping it up as Zaitsev will brush it out of bounds. Right out of the baseline, out of bounds. Doug will get another chance, and this time it's a bucket. His best game in the Plus League was here in this building. Doug Creighton with his first basket as a counter shot made by KJ. He was a dead-eye shooter last season. As McCullough will roll one in. Scoring's picked up in this one as the Dreamers have made it to the half-century mark. Foul from behind, and that'll send Patton to the line. Trying to jump the pass there. The new guy, Justin Nicholas Patton. So far on the season, 9 for 18 from the field, 3 for 7 at the free throw line. Small sample size. He's improving that number here in game 50 of our Plus League regular season. McCullough, unconscious, lets it go as Gilbeck, good position. He beats the Dreamers, or he beats the Braves, excuse me, as it looks like KJ took one to the eye. Definitely not something that I hope the players don't want for each other, but sometimes that just happens. Here you see the elbow come down. I really don't think there's much the referees can do there. KJ's really not in an advantageous position for the rebound, and Gilbeck's going for the ball. Certainly not easy to look at for sure. Now Roger will also get out to attend to his player. KJ's finally helped up on his rear end, sitting. It's Winston, the veteran, helping him up. One of the other youngsters should help him out. Well, thankfully, Kaije's up and walking, but kind of wonder if his vision will be impaired, and if definitely worried if there's swelling, which will make things even worse, comfort-wise and vision-wise. Looks like he's headed to the locker rooms. Looks like the referees will go to the monitor as you see Gilbeck brush the ball from his left hand to the right hand. And as it stands right now, those 2 points do count, but it's not impossible for the officials to deem this a violent act, because you see the follow through, I believe, is natural, but perhaps there's a different take on what happened there. Because again, he doesn't grab the ball with 2 hands cleanly, he brushes it from one hand to the other. Another stoppage to the ball game. Last time Lai Ting was just called for a common foul. And it looks like they will give it an upgrade, so. Maybe I should not commentate on a rebounding foul or no fouls. The Dreamers do have the edge on the quarter, 28-19. Score-wise, but another foul against one of their imports. Of course, I'm sure the fans in the arena are especially keeping a close eye on Gilbeck, who dove for the basketball and was the one who collided with Singletary at the top of the key. So now a little bit of administrative confusion. Right now our producers are telling us there's some confusion as to the points counting or not. Theoretically they should, or they could count it, but there is some technicalities because technically the contact was made as Gilbeck is collecting the rebound. So perhaps not the best example of officiating processes, not clearing up anything that would count or not count, as we previously had the incidents where Mike Ifibra hit a pilot in transition and they counted the layup and they stopped play immediately. We have one free throw coming up. As you see, the elbow makes contact before he collects the rebound. As Beast will miss both free throws. So as much as the Braves benefited, they do not get 2 points at the line. And kind of a win, kind of a loss for both teams, as the 2 points on the putback will count. Kenny Chen doing a pretty good job staying in front of Beast, but he's still got a live dribble. Now he tries to fade away, and incredible! He's legit making up for the free throws with one of the highest skilled shots so far of the night. Haji flipping it to Gilbeck, this time a two-handed hammer, nobody in the way. Great assist by number 11, slicing the defense up. Just a couple possessions left in the first half. Josh looking for Beast. He'll give it a shot. No good, but Winston beats his man, squeezing for space and getting it on the flip. Shout out to the Xavier RLC in Santa Clara. A foul, as still, I think it's Zaitsev who hits the deck, but McCullough was the one they said got fouled. Of course, the referees like them to get the first foul, but in this case, I'm not exactly sure. The referees definitely saw something there. But of course, the McCullough elbow swing is very dramatic and seems unnecessary. And yet they go to the monitor again. This halftime will probably be the biggest halftime of the entire season, as both teams are delivering blows and they're taking them. I think especially on the Braves side, if you add Lai Ting-en's ankle turn. Not to say there isn't grappling against McCullough, but I kind of think that that elbow is unnecessary. And the last time these two teams played, they combined 45 free throws. And so far in this one, 25, as Zaitsev earns himself a technical, though I will kind of think that he might have a case here that he was the one that was injured on the play, even if it was slightly, or even if it was temporary, as he could stay in the game. Well, every single point counts and every second counts in a ball game, and we're kind of seeing that right here. Maybe not a technical, as Zaitsev and Winston are on the block. So definitely a little bit of confusion in the broadcast booth as McCullough rolls it out. Goes by Brisk with his favorite iced tea. Now 18 points after the 2 missed free throws. Time left as there's a whistle before time expires. And it sounds like it's going to be a turnover. Sounds like the Dreamers calling their last timeout of the half, as I dare say this is joining the ranks of one of the most bumpy finishes to a half of basketball we've seen this year. Certainly some hot air between these two teams, and also a number of bodies already going down. Lighting into the ankle turn, KJ with the elbow to the face on a rebound, and Ihor Zaisev with a shot to the sternum. Meanwhile, on the Dreamers side, Julian Boyd, you can imagine, probably limited as well with 4 personal. But in this case, the Dreamers have 1 and about of a quarter of a second to execute a 3-quarter court play, and only up by 8. Coach Perlman not taking any chances, or at least, or you could say utilizing all his resources by calling this timeout. It's a full timeout, but they're not even going to the bench. But they're still getting chased by the referees to get out on the floor. I kind of wonder what kind of alignment the Braves will be in defensively. Zaisev now setting up in the front court, or the back court, as Doug simply passes to Lu Guanliang, who there's a pretty decent effort from the opposite free throw line. Well, the first half is over with. There's some laughs, but it's got to be a little bit of nervous energy going into the locker rooms. Game 50's first half is in the books here in Hoping Gymnasium between the Braves and Dreamers. Halftime analysis coming up.
来，比尔，先帮我抽一位，可以获得由神送所提供的 Great Watch 6全新的智慧手表，要来送给你。第一位可以获得智慧手表的是3098，3098，3098，3098。这一位朋友带着你的得奖帘来到两边篮筐后方来领奖。第二位，最后一位请姗姗来抽啊。第二位跟第三位可以获得我们勇士的新春福袋，我们要准备新春好礼送给你。福袋的第一位得主5476，5476，一样带着你的得奖帘，赶快来集合哦。最后一位6034，6034，6034，所以我们智慧手表是3098，那福袋的朋友是5476，6034，赶快来带着你的得奖帘来到两边篮筐后方集合，待会一起来领奖。好，我们确认一下，8位参赛者都来了吗？都来了。好，我们先帮我分好4个回合，2-2做 PK 好吗？直接帮我分好。那这边的帮我移动到这边好吗？这边4位，这边4位，来直接帮我分队哦。好，接下来我要来邀请到我们第一回合，今天我们刚好就是有邀请到 我们其他队的啦啦队要来跟 Angels 来 PK。那我来唱名第一回合，我们就先请主队，就从丹丹来到我们前方。那我们客队就刚好先来邀请到我们 Formosa City 的小鸡来到我右手边，刚好是主队席、客队席，来你们先到中间中圈里面，先别来离开太远。那我跟你们说一下，第一位是谁？第一组 PK 是2位吗？好，来先帮我到各自的篮筐下方，有一个呼啦圈，先帮我站在呼啦圈里面，你们也要听规则哦，因为你们也很重要。好，接下来帮我拿起呼啦圈，然后脚撑开。固定住，不可以让它落地哦。小朋友会比较辛苦，我们没有要摇，要打开，要撑开。我们这样好了，还是我们让丹丹跟他交换，因为他比较矮小一点，他打开可能要劈腿哦，对不对？好，我决定，丹丹也是美美的翻牌。比尔，你去帮他做第一关。第一关，来仔细听哦。第一回合你们需要就像这样子撑着，然后移动，就是双脚踏步移动，来跟中间的啦啦队击掌。击掌之后，他们会给你篮球，你就可以将呼啦圈放着，然后上篮进一次回来击掌，他们会帮你们翻牌。最快完成的组别翻到热浪天使。
On January 31st, 2024, a Wednesday night game between the Dreamers and Braves. As we quickly bring you the combined team statistics, where the Dreamers right now hold the 8-point lead over the Braves at home. Some accurate three-point shooting, especially in that first quarter, by the Dreamers locals have really opened up this game. Though they've also caught the ball up more on their offensive possessions, which has given the Braves their chances, though I would also say the Braves are not making the shots in transition, whether it's a little baby jumper or sometimes even layups. There's also, if you're just tuning in, been a number of rather hard fouls in the game between these two teams out on the floor, and so that's really added to the tension in the air. The Braves at least forced to, in the short term, to play with only these three imports. Not seeing much of Chris Johnson toward the ending stretch of the first half of action. But this hot shooting, if he can maintain it, would be a welcome sight for the Braves. Here, Zaisev has also gotten involved on the ball game, as one of the most interesting calls going on was that Gilbeck block against Lai Tingun in transition. We've asked this a lot this season, if the Braves' younger locals could step up on the game, but so far still looking towards Beast to generate a lot of their offense. Scoring has not been that big of a problem for either team, as this pace has really been up and down on the game, and there's been plenty of free throws to be had on the contest overall. But like Anji said, rebounding and turnovers, I'd imagine, will be a huge key down the stretch in this one. Let's get to the leading scorers, where Chris McCullough leads the Dreamers with 18. Ryan with 14, Achi with 11, Gilbeck with 7, and Doug Creighton knocked down a 3 for his point total. On the Brave side, a little bit more spread out, with Johnson 8, Zaisev with 7, KJ with 6, Patton with 6, and Beast with 6. Look how nicely that rounded out. We'll go to a break before Travis and the Angels tell you more about the festivities in the arena when we come back.
Boo boo got some. 发财碰碰胡，
一起来跳3500，
一起吃火锅。
子要尽量撑哦，手不能扶哦，建议再低一点，用小腿这样撑，不然会前后落地。OK 吗？准备好了，听音乐 ，Go 再出发，听音乐。1, 2, ready go！ 加油加油！进入白热化了，第3组应该都很有概念了，赶快出发，赶快出发！来哦，赶快赶快！哇，第一个没有，东东这边翻出天使的纸。哦，2个字了哦，东东，小峰有1个字了。来，哇，可惜了，一样，2对2。加油加油！金牌了！哇，东东重复了，会不会结束了呢？有重复吗？没有，还有机会，还有机会，最后1球，谁先翻先打开才有。好，恭喜我们浪浪电报女取得获胜。好，来，我们第4回合，请就位，把握时间，把握时间。好，那么最后1回合，我们就要邀请到 Angels 的维新。来，维新以及我们电报女的笑笑，请出列。好，参赛者请拿起呼啦圈，把握时间哦。好，准备 ，OK 了吗？准备，听音乐。1, 2, ready go！ Go go go！ 加油加油，击掌，赶快！好 ，Go go go！ 进了就回来哦。好，赶快翻牌。第1个手气有没有？看来都很顺哦，节奏都一样。哇，重复了。维新手气不太好。笑笑会不会就要听牌了呢？哇，重复盖起来。2对2。2对2，有没有机会？维新逆转胜，领先了吗？3对2。3对3，最后1个手气，哇，重复了，哇，也重复了，赶快，现在是逻辑大考验。
心情蛮沉重的，
蛮难过的。
就因为他是很富邦最重要的球员，对，然后就很当下是希望说他没有什么大碍这样。
觉得很紧张，很为他担心，
很害怕，对，因为那个伤看起来很严重。
毕竟他3年来，然后其实受过的伤当然大大小小，但是就是在这个时段就起伏不定的时候，我们真的不能再伤任何一个人。
对啊，因为大家都是为了抢那一颗球，所以也不怪他，就是大家都是为了比赛。但就希望麦克可以赶快身体好起来，这样。
就当然是很难过啊。然后看阿威抬下场的时候就偷流2滴眼泪。
我觉得因为要休息很长的时间，然后他最近身手刚回来，觉得他不要急，慢慢的康复，那我们会继续为他加油。
平常他会在休息室或是练球的时候，他都是掌声最大声，然后就算他在比赛的场下，他也是喊得最大声的那一个。
他就是算是我们球队中老大哥吧，然后也很有领袖气质。
很难过，也蛮伤，就是球队的。可是今天大家就是还是要把比赛打好，
把他的这一份，不管是得分还是带领整个团队，弥补他不在的这段时间。
Mike， 希望你可以赶快好起来，然后回来一起跟大家一起奋斗，然后一起顺利拿下4连霸。
我希望他可以赶快复健，然后赶快回到球场。然后我们会等他回来，就算到下个赛季，我们一样也会等着他。
希望你好好休养，然后我们富邦一定可以把战绩稳住，然后等你季后赛回来，因为到季后赛我们最需要你的时候，你在才有机会拿到最后的冠军。
麦克加油，我们在季后赛等你回来。
麦克加油，早日康复，我们等你喽。
Hey Mike,
come back soon。希望麦克赶快好起来，然后可以早点回到球场上。对 ，Get well soon。
Hey Fubon fans, first off I just want to thank you guys for your love, for your prayers and your thoughts and your messages. I want to tell you guys that I'm doing great, doing fine, and I will see you guys soon. Cheer us on tonight and let's go Fubon.
After tonight's New Taipei Kings SK Knights game, which was already in the book, the last East Asia Super League regular season game for our Plus League teams is the Braves hosting Anyang Wednesday, February 7th, right here. Dreamers will start off with possession. They have their same starters in. Driving kick action as the Braves do a decent job matching up. Now Aji driving left, getting into some space and dropping the floater in. Good start for the boys in white as they now open it up to a 10-point lead. Josh to Zaitsev, back to Josh. He'll try a three, running in after his own board. As Chen kind of sneaking in there as the starter for the second half. He rails a three. There's contact as Achi put it up again, but this time in amongst traffic. Get another look at Josh chasing his own miss, and Chen Fan dropping in the 3, and here Zaisev crashing into Achi. I wonder if they figured out the correct foul, because I think Patton was assessed one when he wasn't supposed to on that McCullough drive. Looks like they sorted out correctly. Ling Junji, 14 points on his night on efficient shooting. Put that one in the books as well. Now up to a 80% free throw shooter. Josh hesitates, now working with Z on the pick and roll. Moving to his other side, another offensive rebound, and this time Zokoi uses the big man move. He hooks it in. The Braves keeping pace. Pops free for 3, and that's all net. A lot of offensive fireworks. Usually Ling Junji is going to dribble right on all these screens, but if now you can go left, that really opens up the floor. Josh bumping him out of the way, a one-legged shot. Just the back iron as numbers for the Dreamers. Wu Guanyang, 3 on the right side. The shot is up and good. Number 28, Wu Guanyang, picking up where he left off. And one on Chris Johnson getting to the cup. Looks like Brandon Gilbeck at the back line contributed to the foul here. That time, just an A to B situation. Chris Johnson, or CJ as he's called on the team, gets the bonus as well. Now a double screen as McCullough pops free. They'll give it a chance as Walko blows the putback attempt. Look on there, gambles, and now numbers for the Braves as B stutters and is guarded one-on-one by Gilbeck as they swing it around to Zaisev. Zokoi from the left corner, wide open, and misses another one and doesn't get the bounce, but look what I found. Here Zaisev will get himself one more, no. The Dreamers catch a break here as a no-look pass, Gilbeck putting it up for a miss, but free throws coming up. Zokoi has been struggling mightily with his outside shot this season, and there you see the push right as he made the catch. Four personal fouls on Zaisev. Gilbeck good with the first. He was 3 for 4 in the first half. He had a streak of 6 straight games scoring double digits against the Braves before that was snapped this season. Of course, the change of the import rules and his role on the team might kind of shift that scoring. Rifle to Zokoi, he'll try on the catch and shoot. This time he drains it. So much for this commentator talking about Zokoi's struggles from beyond the arc. There you see the three-point shooting percentages as Achi maneuvers into a little bit of space. Good defense by the Braves to recover there. Well, with the return of Randall Walko, the Dreamers can play 9 in this rotation, though they want to have Chen Zhenjie back so they can have their 10-man rotation, which worked wonders in their winning streak. Last game basically only playing with 8 guys, flipping it right to Johnson's hands as he'll bring it up over the timeline. between the legs and launching from deep. CJ gets it to go. That'll close the gap to 6. Flipping to McCullough at the free throw line. That one's in and out. Momentum for the home team. Beast will try. He's fading away. And gave the Dreamers fans in the building a little fright. It was a bumping foul as Achi was trying to find space. Here's Chris Johnson going to his bag. One of the biggest things on paper that's really hard for him to recover from his ankle injury is that three-point shooting, and McCullough takes it in close. Even 20 points for number 5 on the night. Zaitsev going against Gilbeck. Both of them in foul trouble, and a whistle comes. Ball will roll in and one. That will be his 4th personal on Brandon Gilbeck. There you see, trying to play clean defense and in the cookie jar just a little bit as Zaitsev was continuing to move, continuing to switch shoulders. Zaitsev too long, and it looks like we have a lane violation. So a second chance. Zaitsev on the season only 33 for 51 at the line, or about 65%. Second chance is good. Boyd's back in the fray. He's got 4 personal fouls, but he's got fresh legs. Run right at Beast, kick out to Achi. Slicing the defense, but Braves matched up, but cross match as Lupa now forced into a tough shot. Zaitsev will clean up the glass. A few possessions in a row, been playing on their heels. Tefan rolling around, he'll fire away, got it! That'll close the gap to 2 points as there's a timeout called on the floor. Braves trying to make it 3 straight wins here at home. Going on a little bit of run here in the 3rd.
热情掌声献给富邦 Angels。
Initially down by 10 points, the Braves are roaring back here in the 3rd quarter, capping it off with a Tefan Boyan 3-pointer. The Braves would benefit greatly if he can fill in and provide a little bit of offense for the Braves, who really need it. A perfect 2 for 2 shooting the basketball. in the same lineup as Lin Zijie. Well, Beast is often listed and is, for this season, listed at guard. Of course, when you have Tokoyer in there, it's a lot of height in the backcourt as there's an illegal screen as looks like Roger almost intimidated the referee out of it. Another look. Looks like it's Kenny Chen that was called. Johnson will launch again. This one halfway down and out. Well, let's see if the Dreamers can take advantage after an initial possession mistake. Looking for Boyd to inside as Aji to the top of the arc. Johnson snatching that rebound. Put a hand in his face as there's a rebounding foul. Much taller and bigger Tokoyer had a good position on Achi. That'll be 4 team fouls on the Dreamers. So far on the third quarter, the Braves 20 points on 7 of 14 shooting, no turnovers. Johnson, shot big, taking it inside and rolling it in with the right hand. He's now got 8 points on the quarter. Yachting or Hayden rotated around. There's a whistle as Beast and Tokoyer, 2 guys trying to hold off the very sturdy, very strong Julian Boyd in the paint. That's why shooting is so important in the game of basketball, kids. Because when you can shoot, those pump fakes work. Got 5 minutes left in the third quarter as nobody checks Kenny Chen. McCullough from the short corner is another miss. Chris Johnson on the third quarter has 2 pretty important rebounds. Let's see if Zaisev can get it. No whistle as the ball gets away. Back pass to McCullough. He slices through and blows the layup. Switching to the left hand, Zaisev will have that one bounce out of his hands. So a close call for both teams, but no points either way. Looks like Patton will come in so Zaisev could catch his breath and perhaps cool off a little bit. DJ can't get the shot off as Patton called for the illegal screen. Another look at Patton using his rear end. First time in the game, it looks like Steve-O's gonna check in. On the Brave side, Doug looking for Boyd as he's tied up with Winston. Pass has not come yet as McCullough finds some space. This time the lefty lay-in is good. You saw Winston take a spill there, trying to fight for good positioning against Boyd. DJ on the handoff, no good with the shot. Brave are switching, and now McCullough and Boyd in the short corner. Interesting spacing. Dreamers are back up by 2. Johnson's got the height advantage on Kenny, but these Dreamers, they zone up. Chen lets it go, he airballs it, and Johnson to Hayden as no whistle will result in a turnover. Quick alley to Johnson with the reverse. That was a play that went all Braves. Now Patton, blown by, he holds, and it'll be the Dreamers who go to the line. You see Jian Zhao even keep his hands up, almost anticipating to be called, and not enough numbers to keep Chris Johnson from getting an easy shot. McCullough keeps adding to his point total. 23, which leads the game. On the other side, Johnson has 18. Back up by 2. Gilbeck will check into the game. Getting into the dangerous area, but missing the runner. Low screen from Doug as he gets it back. Hayden into the paint. Over to Boyd, who gets stopped by Winston, and he drops it. Johnson taking a right at Gilbeck, and he'll just drop it out of bounds as a not so nice elbow by Johnson, swinging in the direction of Gilbeck. Gilbeck seems all right, though of course probably not so happy. And there you see, probably felt the push on the back by Gilbeck. And it looks like the referees will let both guys go without any fouls. Space, stopped by Patton, so forcing a very tough fadeaway and gets it to fall. Very high skilled shot by Boyd. Only his first field goal on the night. TJ avoids the whippy shot blocker and misses from mid-range as there's a rebounding foul. Five personal fouls on Patton. Struggled quite a bit in this game. And though I don't see much of a foul on that play. His screening has tended to be on the illegal side, and he's really not found his spots in the Braves offense. So with that foul, Gilbeck will step up to the line. So far 5 for 6. That one was way too strong and right out of his hands. Getting a tip from Doug. This one is made on a pretty loud clank. However you make it. 4 fouls for Zaitsev, 5 for Patton. Winston faked the pass, now taking a tough baseline jumper. Aiden to Boyd. He'll try a three. First one of the game. That'll open it up to a 8-point Dreamers lead. The Braves have been putting so much defensive emphasis trying to trail Chen Hao that as long as the imports can make these not easy shots, that's where their openings are. So, in the first half of action, Julian Boyd held to 0 for 1 and only the 1 point on a free throw. But if he's going to come alive in the second half, that'll be a big problem for the Braves. And looking so far at the third quarter box score, the Dreamers have kind of gotten over the turnover bug they had earlier. They're also forcing the issue with 8 free throw attempts versus the Braves just 2. So we talked about how the Dreamers want to kind of stick with their rotation of 10 players, with 5 of them averaging 20+ minutes played in terms of locals, that is. And Doug and Jay averaging 17 minutes per game, so substantial. Meanwhile, the Braves have 0 locals average more than 20 points, or 20 minutes played, excuse me, with Beast, Josh, and TJ in the neighborhood of 20, and Zhen Xiangjun with only 17. He's not seen much action in this one. Downstream for CJ as he tries, and Zaitsev, no, it's Stevo, excuse me. Zaitsev is far away from that play. Down low to Zaitsev, fakes out Gilbeck, and an easy lay-in for number 32. Over to Doug, switched onto by Zaitsev. As Gilbeck, 3 dribbles, picks it up. Got to dribble back, but he didn't choose to take it. 2 seconds left. Chen Hao from the deep logo. And Winston will eventually find the rebound. Stevo lulled him to sleep, but stopped by the help of Boyd. But that leaves TJ wide open, and a whistle. An illegal screen, they say. If that is a Zaitsev foul, that's also going to take a basket away. Get another look at Zaitsev get in front, and then the collision with Boyd has, this time it's Jamie Perlman who's close to the official, as looks like a little bit of embellishment by both guys. That'll be Zaitsev's 5th personal foul. Well, I was saying that TJ was wide open, but made even more open on that screen or collision. So back for the first time in a long time, Brandon Smart. He's actually a 4th-year plus league player. In 67 games, about 5 points, 4 rebounds. But he had 5 straight DNPs in the plus league playoffs as Doug took a shot, but called for the traveling instead. think his teammates would be smiling if they knew what their older brother teammate was going through. So time for one possession for the Braves. Leaving it for Winston. He shot fakes. Back to TJ from the right corner this time. No, and Smart can't quite put it on target. Don't know if they'll count that rebound in that putback attempt, but we're headed to the fourth and final frame of this one, where the Dreamers take the lead back and heading to the fourth, up 78, excuse me, to 72.
我们的艾荣要来 PK 我们这一位爸爸，跟上音乐跳舞喽！来出题喽！爸爸一起来跳舞哦，跟着艾荣，还有我们的笑笑。好，下一组 Tiffany PK 喽！好，邀请电报女跳我们的主题曲。 跟着 Tiffany 一起跳起来，很好很好，连Formosa Tracy都来为勇士加油了。好，下一题。来喽，粉丝朋友们，换你来跟我们电报女 PK。对啊，高手在民间，给他掌声鼓励。丹丹，换你喽，来喽，一样也是我们Formosa Tracy的成员哦。玻璃有点脏了，维新带领我们贵宾室的朋友一起来。 拜拜，跟着我们这位粉丝一起来。还有浩琛。
Plus League 球迷 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 Ivy Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。
害羞哦。哦，小朋友。打完第3节就来跳科
Good to see some excited youngsters. Maybe pushing the limits on their bedtime, perhaps. It is 9:06 local time here in Taipei. As we have a prolonged break between the third and fourth quarters. It'll be Braves ball to start with Brendan Smart, Chen Fan, Zijie, and so only one import for the Braves. Josh to Johnson, over to Smart. He'll try a catch and shoot, leaves it short, and I think it dinked right off of Isa's noggin. Start the second half, the Dreamers had an 8-point lead, which they immediately made into 10. Aji fires it to Lu Guanliang. Call in the corner, over to Aji, but a now generous 3-second call, you could say, as I'm sure Gilbeck would have wanted his guys to take the shot. And now, looks like Josh is dealing with a little Charlie horse. Of course, if you've been watching this game, number 0 Lai Tingun and number 11 Hong Kai-jie were injured during the game, so Coach Roger and his staff are short a couple of rotational guys, but Tokoi's up and running. Immediately a pretty decent looking three, but it's out. McCullough had that one tipped away as Smart switches onto him. Good recovery by the Braves as they keep switching. 4 seconds left. McCullough stumbles for a sec, now shoots it, and that's a brick. Johnson on the post as Smart will get another chance. Right side 45, in and out. Played in a few East Asia Super League games, but Smart in Plus League action for the first time, having dealt with a right leg injury for much of the early parts of the season. Get another look at the off-ball action. Over to Kenny, that's kind of the spot. He rifles it into Gilbeck, who doesn't get a clean catch. Not had our first score yet as Beast puts the move on Kenny. Spinning once, twice to Johnson, who slams it with two. I worried there for a sec that Gilbeck might get him in the air, but CJ was too fast as a frustration foul looks like on Zokoiru. Perhaps they could say, I'm sure the fans in the building would say, Gilbeck needs to put on a little bit more weight, toughen up. There you see Johnson slipping underneath the block shot attempt. And over here, just a straight shoulder to the chest or a sternum area. I don't really know if the Braves can have a good argument here. But there is a chant going. I believe they're chanting Yoshika, or it's him again. Well, they don't really have an argument, though. I guess Gilbeck's left foot is not as set as perhaps it could be. There you see, it doesn't create an advantage for him, but it might throw off his balance when he's getting run into like that. It would only be the Braves' second team foul, none by the Dreamers yet, and only 2 minutes of play as now one of their top assistants, Wu Yongrun, is engaged in conversation while Roger runs the timeout. The referees will be at the monitor, though I really don't know what they're supposed to be looking at here. Looks pretty clean cut to me, but I have been wrong even in this game already. Funny enough, the review has resulted in unsportsmanlike for Josh, and I've not seen that very often as you see his left shoulder and elbow swing. So just like how before, how there's plenty of action where the follow-through has resulted in something the referees look at. That's the case here. Is no good with that free throw. So after Beast had troubles on this side of the floor with a couple shots, now it's the Dreamers who are having their issues at the line. Funny enough, it's just the one shot, so there must have been a technical foul happen as well. Told by the broadcasting crew, it's Roger who received the tee. That's possession coming up for the Dreamers. Double team on Achi as Dreamers finally find space. McCullough, shot fake to the mid-range. Gilbeck beating Smart to the board, and he's fouled underneath. I don't think the shot will count. Foul first. But that's Gilbeck mashed up on a big that's not as tall as him. So even another possession for the Dreamers, really wearing down the Braves now. Again, they're only down by 6, but not had the feeling of the basketball in a while, and not gotten into your offensive flow. Former teammates, Smart and Achi going at it on the baseline. Lee Jun-ji gets the better of him. He connects. That'll bring his point total to 20 on the night. Johnson faking the handoff, now over to Smart, giving a big step. He lets it fly, and butter. Braves really needed that one. Achi going at Johnson, but bumped off the spot. 4 seconds left as McCullough. He takes it to 3. He answers back. Not a good job by the Braves to step up to a capable shooter. 45% for the Dreamers on the road. As he slithers the defense. Johnson avoids one, but swatted out by Gilbeck. Team still has 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rare occasion where better defense beats the offense. But that's one of those cases where if perhaps Johnson could get to the left hand and maybe use a wide angle layup, might have a better result if he can make that. But not easy, of course, with a 7-footer with Gilbeck's leaping abilities. Out to Fan. He's got to catch and shoot as Kenny Chen called for the blockout foul behind Zaisev. Well, funny enough, during the early parts of this season, the Braves, when they've been giving up these leads, sometimes Roger would say our advantage with our locals is not played out with 2 imports out there. In this case, they're really choosing to go with 1 import. Okoye's shot is short. McCullough feeling it, steps into one as a face-up blockout foul. This is a nervous time for the Braves. It's here Zaisev and Beast in the neighborhood. Imagine it is on Zaisev. He is out of the game with 8 minutes left. Justin Patton is in as Doug gets a screen and rolls it in as Brendan Smart got caught up on the screen, and now an 11-point lead for the Dreamers. They are certainly looking strong with just a few minutes left to perhaps end this losing streak. We'll go to our final break of regulation. Back to the action after this.
接下来中间的朋友，再来再来，哪边？我想听一下各位的声音。
Plus League action next weekend, or this upcoming weekend, is in Changhua and Taipei. Dreamers host the Kings and Pilots, while the Braves take on the Steelers and Lioneers in order. Travis, the cheerleading captain of the Braves here at home, trying to get the crowd involved, but in this fourth quarter, they've been rather subdued with the Dreamers now going on a little bit of a run. Close in, Beast. He's got Kenny on him. He's better of a fadeaway as Smart hesitates. But still, 7 seconds left on the clock. Hard to the dribble. The shot won't count. Or will it? Awkward as somebody got their hands on the basket or the rim. As there was a foul call. Referees might elect to take a look at this one. It will be a Kenny Chen foul, but let's see if the basket will count on him. Not goaltending, but basket interference. There you see Gilbeck's hand does make contact with the net and the rim. Now, Perlman's making a good point. If the foul is called before Beast is taking his steps into a shot, of course, the referees also need to determine if contact with the basket or the backboard will affect the shot. And the ball, I don't think from that angle, makes contact with the rim. So the shot will count, in fact. I mean, the key to this one that's different than the play in Taoyuan, where Daniel made a block shot after making contact with the net. The basket wasn't shaking, and he did get the block shot. In this case, the ball was on the backboard, and Gilbeck made the rim, made the backboard shake. But making any contact at all is putting yourself in some harm's way. So the and one made by Beast. Capella still guarded by Smart. He's been tasked with the imports as Beast jumps the pass. He's got a 4-on-3, but good coverage until Timfan slips free and he blows it. Other way going. Dreamers end up slowing it up. Hachi's switched onto by Patton, who probably doesn't know his moveset as well. Slipping it to McCullough and taking a shot in the face. He might think better of doing that as a second opportunity for the Dreamers. Braves are scrambling just to match up as quick pass. Nothing for the Braves to do but take this offensive foul by Gilbeck. That's a crazy sequence as Smart looks like he took the worst of it. Fifth personal foul on Gilbeck. There you see he really had Beast, and then he swipes down with the arms, and Not much to defend Gilbeck there. Now Roger, he does have his challenge, and we saw that the Dreamers, I believe, unsuccessfully got a challenge where the foul was not upgraded. But here the referees go to the monitor again, and this is where you would hope for designated replay personnel, but that's not the case in our game. So if anything, of course, Beast is committing a foul there, but that's uncalled, and the help defense was good, and the hands to the face and neck is what the referees have called. Those long arms of Gilbeck do really help him on the defensive side of things and getting a shot off, but you also see there's also a whiplash effect where when he stopped, he might be flinging those long limbs into the way of his opponents. So all three referees having a conference with the commissioner of the game. That's the gentleman with the tan face mask. Looks like it'll just be a common foul. Well, the IRS numbers for this game are going way up. It was 6 minutes and 41 seconds. Let's see if Roger can take advantage of that stoppage, or if Jamie Proman and the Dreamers find their footing again. So far in the fourth quarter, Dreamers 3 for 9 with 3 turnovers. Braves 3 for 10 with no turnovers. Fan and Patton on the side as Boyd rotated around, and Timfan's mid-range off balance as Boyd secures the board. Remember in season 2 when these two teams play each other in the playoffs, Boyd had a case where he wasn't secure with the ball. As this one gets away, Zokwe will bring it up. Pushing the pace, taking on Lu Guanyang, flipping it up for a miss. Beast crashing in, but can't grab it himself, and lucky to hang on to the basketball. It's coming after a missed opportunity by the Dreamers. Winston will check into the game for Roger, hoping to calm things down. He so far has only played almost 5 minutes, and that was only in the third quarter. Johnson, quick fire on the corner, catches the side of the backboard. Aiden running point. Smart switches onto him, forcing him close to the timeline, and a reach-in foul, not worth it. Now send it Lee Jiajun to the line. Backup point guard out of Miao Lee. Free throw. First trip for him on the night. Short. He has finally gotten on the board with that second free throw. Also has 2 rebounds and 3 assists. It's very quiet in the building. Not on the same page. Beast throws it out of bounds as Winston was cutting. lined up. Boyd to McCullough. He'll take one from a mid-post. Easy basket there. Ryan gambled and now has to recover. As Beast will roll in the tray. Looks like his fatigue levels are going down, but really need one there. Going down low to Boyd. Smart coming in to help. Rifle pass. Pumps and misses. Team rebound by the Braves. Johnson is open a whistle and count it. So after the three-pointer, Braves take advantage of this transition opportunity. Like I said, at halftime, they were blowing their chances in the first half, but this time they found the open man, so to speak. Some rattles, that one's good. Machi back in. He'll take a mid-range as Johnson paused, forcing a miss. Beast getting all the screen help as he flips the pass, somehow getting to Johnson and the reaching foul. Well, I mean, both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of the action. Get a look at a pass that was in a lot of trouble, and Doug was kind of leaning back as he made that reach. Good as well, and now just a one possession game. Seems like Aji forgot that this clock was stopped. Maybe just resting up for a sec. Again, the Braves switch. As he launches and knocks it down. G creating a little bit of space for his team on the road. Winston to Smart. Or the arc a little too strong as TJ crashes the board. Beast driving over Lincoln G and another whistle. As Beast holding onto his lower back in some discomfort. Pretty good response by the Braves, going right away. There you see Achi just a beat too slow. Also stutter step to stop his momentum, and not enough to affect Beast, who's plopping his way back on defense. Well, Achi's high of this season is 24 points against the Braves. And their first win of the season, first of 10 back in the day. Double team against Ryan, they pass it back. Achi taking it straight to the cup, he's fouled, getting in! Taking one to the face as well as Boyd helps them up. The Dreamers have their answer. G now working his way up to surpass his high on the season with this circus shot. If I still need to remind you, here it is. Like the video, like the stream, if you've enjoyed the action tonight. Gilbeck's back in as Beast shot fake. Top of the arc, ball right to him as there's kind of a scramble. Snaking his way and under Luca Nen's defense, so keeping the Dreamers at bay. Crowd's getting into it as Luca Nen ghosting the screen, now coming for him. Not a screen by Gilbeck. Going right at Beast. The shot is up and missed. Both players went down, so they'll slow play it up the left side. Johnson at the elbow extended, 2 dribbles, but in a bad spot. Tough hook shot as McCullough will throw it up ahead. Aji, nobody checking him. He'll put it in with the right hand, and under 2 minutes, the clock stops. Dreamers up by 5. Turnover on the pass. The younger TJ guarding Aji. Smart switches onto him, but crosses over left and gets the pass off right to Beast. There's numbers if they want it, as TJ lays it in with 83 seconds left in the game. The lead is only 3 for the Dreamers as there's fatigue everywhere around the court. Looks like McCullough might be suffering from some cramps. He's got to come out of the game. So as much as we want to give credit to Aji, just an errant pass. Unfortunately, didn't go out of bounds for the Dreamers, right to Beast, who eventually found the pass to TJ, but McCullough was in the way, and right now kind of dealing with that possible cramp, I believe. Here's the winning percentages of all teams in their home arenas. The Braves top the charts at 72%. A lot of that coming to their 11-win and 1-loss first season. That gave them a good lead as we're looking at some of the contentious plays on the game, including some called, some uncalled. That one, for example. Here, like I said, it kind of looked like double embellishment. That push by Jokoir resulted in unsportsmanlike. I'm sure the Braves fans are looking back on that one that was not upgraded despite Roger challenging. Now remember, the rule in FIBA is if you are unsuccessful with your first challenge, that's it. But if you are successful with the first challenge and unsuccessful with your second, well, that'll cost your team a timeout. But not the case for this one, as both coaches electing to use their challenge for possible upgrades. Beast getting some treatment with discomfort. In his place is Josh. And finally, it's a Gilbeck and Aji pick and roll, but they zone up. Flipping the pass as Smart pokes it back to a teammate. Good stop for the Braves. They're gonna run their set as Smart gets to the corner. TJ floats out. Predictably, the Dreamers blitz, leaving the Braves with advantage. Johnson cans it. Tied up at 98 with a minute left. Saving his best for last. Now the Dreamers have their pick and roll chance. Boyd stopped and called for traveling. He's already looking for a back pass to a bad position. very bad sequence for the Dreamers. There you see double team, and this time TJ delivered a good pass. Because he reverses pivot instead of trying to turn his body frontwards like Aji did. When you reverse your pivot, you give yourself momentum and a little bit better window. So offense for defense, Beast is back in. Pressure in the backcourt as Hayden is in for defense. Beast back to Johnson, hit one earlier to end it maybe, and a bad brick. The Dreamers pretty much have shot clock, game clock equaled up as they will take the player call timeout. Playing it a little bit conservatively, they now turn off the shot clock, so indeed, unless the Braves can force a shot or force a turnover, they will presumably have the last possession, barring a make or rebound with some time left on the clock. So what does Coach Perlman and the staff draw up? I think also important is how the Braves choose the matchup. They have been doing well with all the double teams and recoveries that Achi's been receiving. They kind of figured that the Dreamers would go to that pick and roll with him and an import player, but as you saw with Boyd, probably should have took it with more determination because they had the numbers. But when you pass it back to Aji, who's a smaller player, so it'd be harder to beat physically his defender to the pass, especially when the pass is going the wrong way. If you throw it away, it could have been a Braves breakaway layup. But on the other side, Chris Johnson feeling his shot, bricked that last one badly. He did have a pretty strong third quarter where he scored 9 points and the three-pointer to tie it up. So they inbound. Steve goes in guarding Lupanyang as Doug goes to the screen. Senfan guarding as Gilbeck comes to screen. Looking for the pass as that one's picked off by Steve-O. Johnson with 4 seconds left. That's kicked from behind and time will nope, time will not expire. Hold on a minute. 0.16 seconds left on the clock as Doug right now with the biggest block shot of the game. Hopefully we get enough time to look at this one, just sticking with the play and putting his hands in there at the right moment. So the Braves, let's see if they have a play design. The Braves in all of the fourth quarter have only played with one import, but I'd imagine they might bring in a second here. Zysif is fouled out of the game, of course, so close to the half-court line, the mid-court line, the timeline. A little further than it would be a traditional inbound, but it's just smart. And CJ constantly switching across the free throw line. Can't be a shot, has to be a brush as the pass is up, tipped out by Boyd. Didn't have much of a chance. So, 48 minutes was not enough in this one. We are headed to OT. Let me catch my breath here as we get ready in just a short while for, I believe, only the third overtime of the season. Back after this.
手跟转圈喊出富邦勇士，我想看哪里跳得最整齐，我礼物就送向哪区。跟上音乐，喊出富邦勇士，拍手，然后呢，转圈，一起来，3、 站起来跳，不要举手，站起来跳，很好。再一个，哪里会跳的？转圈，一起来。谢谢。这边有会跳的吗？你们有点冷静哦。我瞄准上面的小朋友，拍手拍手，很好，怎么样？转圈，大声来。还有哪里会跳？转圈，一起来。这边会跳吗？
Dreamers and Braves, if you recall, played the only ever double OT game, but in the playoffs against each other. That was Game 4 of the Season 2 opening series. The last overtime game we've had so far in the Plus League 4 season. Two teams in the Steelers and Pilots who have done it so twice at Kaohsiung Fengshan Stadium. Both of those were down in the southern city, not at 2:30. The first one was at 7. The last one was in the afternoon. And so now we've kind of checked all our boxes. We have a 7 p.m. double or overtime game. Fumbling around with words. It's time for basketball. Chris Johnson leading his squad out with 28 points. Point short of McCullough's 29 for the lead on the game. So in his return back, Brennan Smart getting a lot of run. Recall, Ira Zaisa fouled out of the game with 8 minutes left. That's after the last time these two teams matched up. Julian Boyd fouled out of the game, only having played less than 18 minutes. The score is 98 for the two teams as we start. The Braves made up 6 points in the fourth quarter. Color's got to catch and shoot, and that's a good start as Winston takes a spill. Josh, handoff game with CJ, now taking it. We'll leave it up and in. I always find that in overtime, whichever team can score twice has a huge advantage. While the Braves at least hold off the Dreamers for now as switching everything. Looked like kind of in a matchup zone with Winston at the top. Dreamers go to McCullough again, and this time another money shot. He's the screen for it. Spin move doesn't get anywhere as now he goes baseline, finding a crease, too short. Not enough legs, so he finds a pass as Kenny slow to get up. Smart will take the mid-range and a foul on a rebound as Boyd and Johnson calmly untie from each other. There you see the more or less unlucky, or lucky, I guess, whichever side you point at. It's Johnson will get to the line. So again, the Braves not allowing 2 straight scores, unchecked by the Dreamers. Friendly bounce at home. Hello, 3 for 3, not this time as took a second bounce. Johnson on the block, out to Smart for the lead, no. There's Josh, forcing the issue, up under the basket as CJ cleans it up. We are tied again at 104. Josh guarding. Help from the baseline. The pass out. Haji down low. Smart. Another good hands play. Okoye pushes it up to Winston as the Braves don't get anything on the early offense. Winston slowly finding a spinning shot. No. Interesting offense. Down low, but boy, double team. There's a whistle and a jump ball. Not a good result if you're the Dreamers. That'll end up being a turnover. Maybe Josh had a cramping situation. Kenny Chen didn't make any contact with him. Here's previously where he took a hit on a screen. No shortage of physicality, and it is turning into a 53-minute game. So high school teammate James Patel will come in and run the point. Johnson, easy look, catch and shoot, three, bingo. First lead in overtime. To Kenny's hand, he's got a look. Would have been big, but with 2 minutes left, the Braves can't freeze out the clock. DJ calling for some space, looking for Johnson. Picked up his dribble, so now in a bad spot. B spins out of the double team. Seems like a hold on the shoulder, so free throw's coming up. Checking Beast for any bleeding. Can take him out of these free throws. Already 30+ minutes played for the 41 years experienced player. Already 17 points, 11 rebounds on the night. Second only to Johnson in the scoring department and #1 in the team in rebounding. Not the B screen that Braves fans wanted. Every second, every point matters. Given on a bounce. His high this year was only 16 points in the opener against the Kings. He's also had two consecutive games scoring double digits before tonight, and it looks like more offense and defensive subs. Looks like Josh is ready to go. Crowd getting loud as Doug is trying to spry free. As Aji launches it away, long rebound as Stevo puts a hand on it. After the steal to finish regulation. That's a huge rebound for the Braves, and I'm not sure who called it, but the Braves do get a player timeout. It's a little bit early for it, but maybe if they want offensive and defensive subs, that's the time to take it. No seat at the bench. That was the only way to stop. Johnson's now 37 points is a +C career high. Previously 36 points.
CJ 这个是文成，CJ 打，CJ 开始文成，不对了，这边可不可以文成下滑？放在这边，文成上来，给 CJ。掰赛啊，掰赛，这边文成，他们两个，CJ
But if you're the Dreamers, all you need is a stop and perhaps push it ahead on the break. scores the Dreamers is Chris McCullough's 2 3-pointers. Turned it over twice. Meanwhile, on the Braves side, Chris Johnson with 9 on the overtime period. Beast with a lone free throw. The rest of the squad, 0 for 5. But critically, no turnovers yet. Beast with a little bit of Dreamers pressure. Now they get into the half court as kind of dangerous dribble. To Winston, driving kick. Wild layup missed. So a minute left for the Dreamers to make up 2 possessions. Maki back pass to McCullough. Kind of double team. The shot goes up, almost. Good communication there by Winston as Beast run it ahead. They don't have to foul, but they definitely need a stop. TJ gets it back to TJ. Less than 40 on the clock. Any score could be the end of it. From the logo, Linzijie calling game, that's a 3. 111 to 104 as the Dreamers calling their last time out of the game. This man is less than 5 months away from being 42 years young. With the team trying to make their way back to the top third of the standings. Now up to 35 minutes played on the game, giving his team a huge boost. Braves still with a weekend homestand and the East Asia Super League game before the Lunar New Year's. Don't be surprised if Linzijie is sent off to an early break. So 25 seconds left. It'll take a miracle for the Dreamers. McCullough, again, the only one to score so far. Guarded tightly by Topoyer, given a screen. Puts up an early one as Smart will come down with the rebound. They just have to beat the shot clock for the most part, or the timeline. And with that ball passed ahead, that three-pointer was the last score of the game. Linzijie and Chris Johnson letting the experience and the talent stand up. 13-6 in that overtime period will give the Braves the final victory in this one, having been down big in the first quarter themselves. The Dreamers on the other side played a tough game, but had their stumbles on the road, and now we're heading home on what is now a 5-game losing streak. They'll be playing on Saturday and Sunday, the first game against the Kings, who are coming off of a loss tonight against the SK Knights. And again, a couple of their guys out with injury and others having some rotational rest for themselves. Braves, don't forget, are without Michael Singletary to a bad ankle injury and a broken leg. Jet to an ankle turn, as What a professional. Beast is putting on the headset for the post-game interview with our colleagues on the broadcast. Maybe somebody should get him a chair. Asked about the team being down. Asked how they did it.
我觉得就是大家还是很坚持，然后把就是我们要的 game plan， 然后去执行做好，然后重点是我们大家非常的团结，然后防守这一块很努力去做。
He's saying that they persisted, executed the game plan, and played together, played hard on defense. Now asked about the matchup with the Dreamers.
我觉得比赛就是这样，一定都会一些碰撞嘛。我觉得碰撞来讲都很正常。我觉得比赛所以这样子才会精彩。可是主要还是不要去做一些伤害对手的事情。我觉得比赛会呈现得更好。
And B saying that games are physical. The physicality makes it exciting, but don't do anything to hurt each other. Now asked about the hip and lower back injuries.
就有点拉，就是上一场，然后有去拉到，然后其实已经好蛮多，可是下半场又去拉到一下，所以就感觉非常不舒服。
But B saying he actually heard it in the last game, but was much better until re-aggravated in this game. So thanks to Zijie for joining our post-game coverage. As once again,
还是一样，谢谢你们。
full display for the whole island and the whole world. The
尤其在我们在落后的时候，
exciting
你们一直给我们很多的
from Heping.
支持鼓励，然后
We'll go to break before wrapping things up.
你们在我们，所以我们在后面更努力，在球场上把这个胜利送给你们，谢谢。
谢谢林志杰，马上请杰哥来帮忙签名。先别急着离开哦。好，我们机票朋友准备。好，杰哥，帮我将这个球送给他，我们来中间合照。来，先看前方好吗？先看中间。好，来看手机。好，谢谢第二位。OK， 好，掌声送给我们今晚的 MVP 林志杰。杰哥来送出签名球了。最后2颗。林志杰。掌声送给杰哥。接下来我们请林主来到中间，我们要来就定位我们3位动字席的朋友，动字席的朋友们。我只能说今天很幸运，这3位不只获得 Angels 的合照而已，还有一起邀请到我们2队的来宾 Formosa 以及浪浪电报女一起合影。来中间，中间有位置，后方。非常幸运，今天有来就对了，也谢谢你支持我们 Angels 演唱会的签名看板。看中间，先看中间，来看中间哦。
Thank you all for tuning in to this exciting matchup between the Formosa Dreamers and Taipei Fubon Braves. In a physical tussle, a throwdown here in Heping. Both teams shot 17 for 26 at the free throw line, but the Dreamers' 26 turnovers definitely sunk their lead. And in the overtime, McCullough and Johnson really stood up before Beast put it away, and his night ends with 21 points and 12 rebounds. Both highs for him on the season. Lin Zilong and Tian Hui on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen. Finally getting to catch my breath. Well, pregame we talked about how Winston was coming in to really boost the small forward position. He made his only 16th career start, where he averages about 25 minutes, and he was in there. And I think one thing to not forget is the contributions of Brendan Smart and Steve-O, Zhang Wenping, who made defensive plays or made rebound saving plays to really secure the last few possessions the Braves needed. But on the Dreamer side, they once again put up a really good challenge. Don't forget Ling Junji, 27 points on his night and 8 assists. They went to the Aji pick and rolls later in the game, and some success, but also one of the big turnovers. Well, thanks to Ling Zilong and Tian Hui, our broadcasting partners, FTV and Momo TV, the 6 team in the Plus League, and our league office. I've been Ryan Chen, and we'll see you in the next one.
Sounds